This video is for everybody who is actively in or following the Opendoor trade. They got nervous yesterday when it started. It hit a high, finally made it close to $6, and immediately started selling off while one of its competitors, Offerpad, started rocketing up. I think it did over almost 200% for the day. Yeah, so some people got nervous, it's called rotation when people start getting out of the stock they're in to get into the next hot stock of the day. I was actually glad that happened. I think on my last video or maybe on social media, I was hoping on Friday that Monday would have pulled back to 450 so I could add some more. 'Cause I like the way this Opendoor trade is setting up overall for, it's definitely still in play. And it actually went below 450. I think I added around 449. And then it went even lower. I think as of now it actually went below that, 437. But either way, all I wanted was 450. I'm happy with my average. So the big question you got to ask is which is the company you want to be, one company is a trade and one company is a possible investment. Um, Opendoor is about four times the size of Offerpad. I think Offerpad only operates in about 16 metros versus Opendoor is in over 50, and they do about four times the amount of revenue. So what happened yesterday is what's called a sympathy trade. You know, that's when since Opendoor's had all this push from Eric Jackson, it has had a gradual run up after the initial pump. Eric Jackson has been on social media every day and every podcast he can get on trying to just promote his thesis about where Opendoor could go. That's why I said it's a possible investment. So when that happens, companies in the same sector like Offerpad, traders take advantage of that and they started running it up. That's why it's more of a trade because when someone runs up that much percentage in one day, it could easily fall right back down. And let's look at it today. Let's see. Open Offerpad. Yeah, it ran up here to 526 and back down to 326. So it is having a double bottom there. So we'll see if it actually breaks that double bottom and consolidates up itself or just fades off and everybody comes back into the Opendoor trade. Which personally, I think I also said on my last video, I didn't expect it to do anything on Monday or Tuesday. I figured it would pull back. Because Wednesday is the next day we actually have a catalyst where they could make a determination whether they're going to just cancel the meeting for the reverse split or reschedule it again. But they've already rescheduled it once. So there's a pretty good chance at this point, with it way over $1 a share, um, they could just go ahead and cancel it. And as long as, so where I got my risk personally right now, I think I set it at 390, $3.90. If you look on the 6-month chart, not the 1 month, the daily chart, right around here, this 406, or could hit the top wick of the next one. Around $4 is when I think a lot of people would bail on the trade. That would show a little too much weakness while everybody's hanging out, waiting for the next catalyst or Eric Jackson to go on enough podcasts to pump this up where he's trying to pump it up to. Like it's starting to get fundamentals, so it's starting to get the actually make money. but it is still early, so it's a trade verging on a possible investment, is the way I see it right now. So if it breaks this $4 right here and goes down to 380, it could just hang out there for a while and just continue to get weak. I think for it to actually stay and play and be interesting for people, to just not move on to the next thing, um, and just keep the Opendoor army going right now until they announce the next press release or something positive for the company, like a CEO announcement, which is really what I'm holding my shares for, to see how the stock reacts to that. Um, I'm What I'm looking for is a big reaction to that, and that will kind of dictate if the stock remains in play or if it's going to continue to build and actually be an investment, essentially. But that's, I think, what a lot of people are holding shares for is that announcement. And that should be a pretty big day for the stock. If not, that says a lot too. Um, but this is one of the most trending stocks. That's why I keep making videos. Because right now I do see it as an opportunity to grow your money, like my YouTube channel says, grow your money DIY. Um, I locked in initial profits and rebought so far, but I'm still waiting on the actual big payday. So I'll continue to cover this and see how it goes until I think it's just time to get out of it and stay out of it. But for now, it's still in play. Um, and definitely keep an eye on Offerpad too to see if they break below 366. If they do, that's a long way down. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, tomorrow, Wednesday, they're either going to cancel the meeting or reschedule it. So we'll see if the stock picks up steam again. It still has good volume, 417 million. If they do cancel it, you'll probably even have more volume than yesterday, anywhere from 5 to 700 million. And that is what you're going to need to actually move it up further to, get back above 550, test $6 again. So we'll see how it goes, and good luck to everybody.